Now I'm something of a React YouTuber myself, sadly. Something I never planned on doing when I initially started this channel, but you know, the ball got rolling on a lot of stuff, and well, here we are now, where I watch stuff. Now you may look at my reaction videos and say that they have a certain flavor to them. A lot of that has been inspired by other React channels, because React channels have always had a soft spot in my heart in terms of YouTube stuff, because though for some people, they may look at it and be like, ah, stealing content. But I look at it and I say, well, though the word reaction has lost all meaning to me, it's capturing a moment, a first-time experience, allowing other people watching it to sort of relive that experience, which is why I've cherished that a lot in doing the shows that I've done. Hell, on this channel, you can see me experience a show that has become my favorite of all time. And well, I decided to make this video because I want to give some praise to some of the reaction channels that have truly inspired me over the years and have remained some of my favorites. I've got about 5 here that I want to really talk about. And obviously, if you're into React videos as well, and you haven't already, check some of these guys out. So yeah, let's talk about that. So I'll get some of the bigger ones out of the way. First of which we will talk about Blind Wave. Definitely the biggest reaction channel. Well, probably not ever, but I mean, one of the biggest, definitely. And definitely the ones that have inspired me the most. I started watching Blind Wave, God, at least coming up on 10 years ago. Because I remember, I think, yeah, their reaction to like some of the Force Awakens trailers was like some of the first stuff I ever saw. I love these guys. I still watch a lot of their stuff currently. They have such an energy for stuff, you know. Eric, Aaron, Calvin, and Rick, and of course a bunch of the other guys that are part of it. They're people I would love to meet in real life, especially Eric, just because we both have a very unhealthy relationship with Star Wars. Him more so than me. I have, you know, waned in current years, but I would still love to talk to him about stuff. Just hearing him talk about Star Wars, both him and Aaron just talking about it on their Wave Squadron channel, I completely get a lot of the stuff they talk about, and it's like I have a similar sort of passion for it. It's just cool seeing just this group of friends sit down like every day and just like watch some of these shows. It's like, though I don't watch all of their stuff because obviously there's stuff I haven't seen, but it's been fun to watch, you know, their videos, especially with the stuff I have seen, even some stuff I haven't seen. It makes it more fun that way. Yeah, they definitely put the idea in my mind that one day I would do reaction stuff. I love that they're still here to this day, and they also did really cool like lightsaber choreography stuff back in the day. I love these guys a lot. They're almost at a mil. I remember when they barely were at like 50,000. Those were the days. I love watching them grow. Next one, we'll kind of go, I guess, like we'll hit the bigger ones first. This next channel, Spilling the Milk. I didn't even realize they hit a mil. Good job, boys. But yes, Core, Jack, and Eden. I'd say I definitely found them probably because of some of the anime stuff they used to do back in the day. I understand why they don't do much of that anymore. I say back in the day, but it was only a couple years ago. Even still, like I watch their stuff that comes out. I love like their SpongeBob stuff. Just how they do their videos is really cool. Like it's edited well. They have good commentary. Their thumbnails are just hilarious, honestly. I definitely recommend them like for their cartoon stuff. They have a good dynamic as friends. And yeah, I remember when their channel was barely at like 10K as well, and they climbed so much in the past like couple years, and I'm proud of them. I love them. Definitely check them out. Spilling the Milk. Next up, Pretty Much It. Now I'd say they're much more commentary, but it is reaction as well. A lot of Eric Striffler's stuff. A lot of his commentaries are like rewatching stuff, but there is also like first time stuff on here as well. How did I find Pretty Much It? It's not on here, but I think like they did a commentary like watching all like the Paranormal Activity movies, but obviously it's not on here anymore. And I think that's how I found it. And then I just went down the rabbit hole, you know, like the Harry Potter, Final Destination. I love like the combination of all these. Interesting sort of rebranding Eric's done. Just seeing like the Tiger stuff on there, but you know, the Go Tigers. That was one of my favorite series he did as well, was doing the 13 Reasons Why. Of course, I should have said this at the beginning, but obviously all the channels will be linked down in the description below. Absolutely check them out. Pretty Much It and Spilling the Milk's style is pretty similar, just in the sense that it's like you don't really see the faces a lot of the time. It's just either the show or the movie that's going, and then there's like commentary over it. I mean, Spilling the Milk does it more where like for the reaction segment they cut their faces, whereas with Eric's stuff, you know, I know that he's more like plug in his other media stuff, you know, like his Patreon stuff, where it's like if you want to see like the proper reaction, which is cool. I love the videos as they are, especially the ones where he gets people to sit in with him and watch stuff. Eric has a very contagious laughter as well.
That's the guy. Okay, look,
Especially as someone who's come from a theater background, I can see why, especially when you listen to him talk. Since 2004, goddamn, over 20 years. I was barely even a person. But yes, now the last two we'll talk about are ones that truly have inspired me. Their channels aren't super huge. They're ones when I personally like do my videos. They're ones that I think about and styles that I've sort of tried to adopt when doing my own videos. First one we'll talk about is Alana Misako. Now, I'm gonna tread lightly with what I say here. I'm not gonna say anything bad. I found Alana, I want to say it was her Horimiya stuff. 'Cause I remember like there was a time where back when I first watched the show Horimiya, I was really like listening to a lot of stuff and then I saw her videos. I'm always kind of iffy when I find new reaction channels and it's kind of like 50-50 whether or not it's like, they either are way too over the top with their reactions and stuff like this. Whereas Alana, she has a really good middle ground and I appreciate it. I appreciate her because she does a lot more like kind of romancy stuff, not a whole lot of like, you know, big long shows. But even still, like her Vinland Saga stuff was fun to watch, especially after watching Vinland Saga. Like her and the next guy I'll talk about are ones that really inspired me to watch a lot of shows because, you know, she did like Love is War, which at the time I hadn't watched yet for myself. And I was like, all right, well, I want to watch those videos, so I'll watch the show and then come back. And yeah, I was so happy when she did Fruits Basket recently because, you know, Fruits Basket, one of my favorites of all time. My favorite romance anime, period, as well. But yeah, not to get weird and kind of parasocial, I'll just say that Alana, I fancy her. She has a personality and expressiveness that I guess relate to. I'm so weird, I'm sorry. I'm just saying shit. I respect her greatly. I'll leave it at that. That's why I left her more towards the end on here, just because it's more than just reactions. It is an expression of oneself, putting one's soul out on display. I don't know what I'm saying anymore, but basically, I like her style. I like her personality. Cool saying that she passed 100K. And yeah, one of my favorites. Love her a lot. And the last one, possibly my favorite reaction channel. And again, he more falls along the line of reaction commentary, and that is A Goodwin TV. And honestly, if you're really into reactions, especially ones similar to mine, absolutely watch Goodwin, because I would say he's greatly influenced how I do my reactions as well. My fucking ears keep popping, sorry. Just mainly how he does it, where he pauses, the footage goes away, and like there's a lot of those moments where how he talks about stuff, like he relates a lot of his own life to whatever he's watching, and it's very philosophical is the word I would say. I can't say exactly how I found him, because it's one of those ones where it's just like he's just been around for a while. I want to say either My Hero or maybe Last Airbender. It's just been so long at this point that I can't even remember. It's been a good couple years. It's been cool like seeing him like jump into shows, especially ones that I've watched, like, you know, he's currently doing ReZero. I started Hunter x Hunter, so it's been kind of cool going through those videos now, having started watched the show. And yeah, Vinland Saga, Jujutsu Kaisen, Violet Evergarden, and of course like I went way back and watched the Attack on Titan stuff after I finished my series. And yeah, it's just again how he talks about it, it's just like you could tell like he's someone who's maybe not lived the best life, but he's lived a life worth talking about at the very least, which, you know, is something I would love for myself, which is why my reactions, I try to take those moments where I pause and sort of talk and sort of try to relate it to my life as well, even though it's a bit harder for me just because, you know, I haven't really lived that extravagant of a life or really done a whole lot. I'm trying, but it's just like he relates certain things and certain aspects of characters that I never really would have picked up on. Certain characters' weaknesses or just like how they relate to a certain thing, and I'm just sitting there like, wow, a lot of it is just like so surface level for me in the beginning. But I would say he's probably my favorite reaction channel. He's at about 29K, but even still, it's just a number. I don't care about that. Like, I love what he talks about. We share a name as well, Alex. Not saying that I'm copying, but I mean, his thumbnail style is also one that I've kind of tried to sort of replicate, kind of just, you know, the face with like the different images on the side and the multiple images. Definitely, if I were to recommend even just a couple, I would say mainly Goodwin and Alana. Those two are probably my favorites. So, you know, I love all of them. Also, I completely forgot about another one, which I guess it's fitting to save him for last since he's not really anime, but Drumroll Tony. Now, he has inspired me in a different way. He does music reactions and listens and breakdowns. It's been fun watching him because he's someone who just, you know, he, you know, mainly listens to a lot of like, you know, kind of jazzy stuff or just like, you know, a lot of, I don't want to say older stuff, but just, you know, he never really listened to anime music. So it's been fun like watching his journey of like listening to certain anime songs recommended to him. So whereas now on his Patreon, he's like watching a bunch of anime, and like he has a channel as well where, you know, he's watching anime now. So it's been kind of funny to see that. I hop on his streams every once in a while as well. He's a chill guy. I love him, especially like how he talks about music as well. Like he doesn't say music music director reacts for nothing. Like he knows his stuff, which is why like when I do my music stuff, though obviously I'm not nearly on the level of him, I do try to sort of emulate that, where I kind of pause and try to just what he says, like multi-layered listening. I try to listen to those individual layers of a song and try to really pick them out and point them out. He has a saying on his channel, which I've tried to, you know, say throughout my stuff, is just, you know, variety is the spice of life. Just when it comes to music, and for me, I tried to apply that just to a lot of things in general. Variety is the spice of life. I would say I would love to jam out with him someday, but I don't know how to play any instrument. So maybe just chill and listen to music. I don't know. Fun stuff. But overall, those are some reaction channels that I recommend. Of course, a last one that I'd recommend as well is this guy named Lancer. He's done a fair amount of stuff. Potentially maybe the greatest reaction channel on the planet. In all seriousness though, it's been fun like doing reaction videos, like in having the ones that have inspired me along the way, and then looking at how my videos have grown. Mainly just seeing like the thumbnails change and like how I've done it. You can't say I haven't been inspired and haven't continued to be inspired. Again, all their channels will be linked down in the description below. Check them out if you haven't already. I'm sure there has been some crossover with some people who definitely have seen some of them. Let me know what your favorite reaction channels are down in the comments below as well. You're more than welcome to say it's me. It's fine, guys. Don't worry. I already know it's me. And join me for many other videos of the sort. Be they future reaction videos, reviews, gameplay, and everything else will be coming out soon. So thank you all for joining me on this. I'm Lancer. Thanks for watching.